Okay, folks, now I cleared out all the memory so I can film a little bit more right now. But I just want to tell you, this is my bare patio. Here's another seed coleus. Here's a canna. Here's some more coleus from seed. Cuttings, cuttings. Look what happened. My caladium fell over for a short period of time, and all of the leaves are bent down. I'm sure by tomorrow they'll be back up. Here's some more coleus, coleus, purple shield. I guess that's its name. I can't remember. There's one of my elephant ears that I got and thought I think this one looks a little bit different than this one. That one has like a ruffled edge. See the edge, how it's ruffled? And this one sort of doesn't. Anyhow, there's that one planted with one of my seed coleus, and you can see down there, it's as tall as the elephant ear. Look how big this leaf is, as big as my hand. Excuse the nail polish messed up. And here's this big leaf. Can't even get it all in the picture. Anyhow, you saw how big it is. Here's another from seed coleus. And I'm going to save the seed. There's another one that was from seed. Look at all the lacing on it. It's very pretty, like netting. Here's another coleus from seed. Different markings. You just never know what you're going to get. This is a mother plant, and that's not a hole. Yes, it is a hole in the leaf. Is that a hole in the leaf? Uh-oh, what's going on? When I see these holes in the leaves this time of year, I just snip them off. Because see all of these little tiny branches here? When you snip these big leaves off, you let light into them, and then they can grow. Sorry it's dark. I just got my phone charged. My charger's not working very well. And that's another coleus. Here's a plain elephant ear. It's just in that pot. It has a baby. And here's another elephant ear. I think this one's called Black Storm. Coleus from seed, coleus from seed, coleus from seed. Save plant. That's a mother plant, I think. And here we go over here. Excuse my mess. That has never bloomed. I think it's called Bengal Tiger. I'm getting a new leaf here. But see what's happening from our drought? They're losing their leaves early. Canna, canna. This is a ginger. If you see these gingers for sale, buy one, then bring it in the house and it'll die back. And it will come back in the spring. Here's a plant I've saved. I think this one was the one that was all my beginning coleus video. It was bent over. This is a Kong. But look, its leaves aren't even as big as my hand. Here's another ginger. And this one has pretty leaves because it has, this is a cutting from today. Anyhow, this dead, that dead is a dead flower. So that should be snipped out of there. Can't get it. Yes, it did. But this ginger fell over. So that's why it's like that. That's a $3 canna from Lowe's reduced for next year. And I love my banana tree. I think I paid $10 for it. And from here up, right here. It only had 3 or 4 leaves on it, and I already took one off. So you can see how big that leaf is. And this one is just beautiful. One's more beautiful than the other. I don't know what I'm going to do for the winter with it. I don't know whether they live over the winter or die back. And then all of this is just stuff that I put in the bottom of it. So this is Fontanelli, another one. Ended up with a couple the same. Here's a baby black ripple, another Kong. Here's one I grew from seed. I like how the leaves are, very pretty. Mother plant. This is a baby, and it's higher than my knee. There's my knee down here. And this was a baby from the Golden Shield. Wow, look at that pop in the dark. These you have to deadhead. And here's another one up here, but I think I like the white one better. And this is another coleus I grew from seed. Cuttings. Another Golden Shield baby. And this is a caladium I just bought for $3 from Lowe's. Here's another black ripple baby. Whoops, in my owl planter. Well, it's really supposed to be for a votive light. It has like 3 nice leaves, and it's getting another one, and it's getting dark. And here's Tropical Storm, I think, is the name of this elephant ear. It's a short, stubby one. There's a coleus I grew from seed, and I love how velvety the leaves are. You can't tell. And here's a ginger from last year. And that's a whole bunch of plants I just planted today. So, you know the deal. Please subscribe. Please click like. And when you watch somebody else's videos, click like before you watch them, so you don't forget to click the like button. And remember to make the world a better place. And do something to bring a smile to someone's face. One other thing. These gingers, when you bring them in, they're going to die back. But don't despair. Just put it somewhere and just give it a tiny bit of water every once in a while so the soil doesn't dry out completely. But since there won't be any live roots, you can't water it, or else you'll rot the plant. And the same goes for these guys. And you know what? Almost any plant you have needs to dry out. Here's a caladium and one of my coleus that I grew myself, and I don't know where this caladium came from. Look how big the leaf is. As big as my hand. It's as big as the leaves on the elephant ear. I think it's called Tropical Storm, maybe. Let's see if I remember correctly. Yep, Tropical Storm. And let's see what it says. Part sun, 48 inches high. Well, I got it late in the season and Lowe's neglected them. Colorful foliage. Colocasia esculenta. And on the back it says, lush tropical foliage on compact plants that never send out runners. Vigorous and cold tolerant with excellent disease resistance. Sun 4 to 8 hours. Water. It grows well at the water's edge or in bog gardens. Habit arching. Fertilize regularly. And then it says keep weed free. I think that's because there's something in it. No, it doesn't say what temperature it can go to. It says it's cold hardy, cold tolerant. So I'll have to look that up on the internet to find out just how cold it can get. But I'm going to put these in the basement and let them go dormant. Elephant ears will do well in the spring if they're allowed to go dormant. Unlike alocasias, which are in the elephant ear family, they have a harder time breaking dormancy in the spring, from my understanding. I don't have any experience saving elephant ears over the winter, so this will be new to me. But I do know my caladiums, I just bring them in before the nighttime temperature gets below 60, enjoy their foliage. Eventually they're going to go to sleep, and don't despair, they're still alive. Just leave them in their pot, and every once in a while give them a tiny bit of water. Notice I didn't say water them. They don't have any live roots, so if you water them, they're going to rot. So just enough water to keep the soil from being like a desert. So, goodbye, my good friends. And I want to give a shout out to Linda Sue Plants for You, saying she was worried about me because I hadn't posted anything in a while. And then Suzette's Garden, Suzette and Linda both mentioned that they were wondering about me. Period. I have a problem with chronic pain. I have so many things wrong with me. It'd take me an hour to tell you what's happening. But I turned my ankle on juice at the school I was teaching at years ago, and came straight down on my tailbone. My papers, posters, everything went flying through the air. I couldn't walk right after that, but I was still able to manage to get into my classroom. That was in September. The following school year in December, the roof was leaking in 20-some different places. So the custodian went out and bought some little tiny paint buckets. And he put them everywhere, and he didn't think to put these little tiny buckets on a chair in the computer lab. He just set it on the floor. So while I was fixing the jammed printer, those little old-fashioned ones that had the little papers at the side with the holes in, a student to my right asked me to help him, and as I turned to go help him, I didn't realize the bucket of rainwater was at my feet, and I fell twisted over it. One doctor finally was able to help me and said, I never did get back to school after the second fall for almost 2 years, but one doctor said all the ligaments that have to move for a woman to give birth to a baby, I injured when I fell twisted. That's why one leg was different than the other, and the source of my pain was where it was. So I have bulging discs, I have SI problems, sciatica, I have tailbone problems. They were talking about removing my tailbone. You name it. I've had the procedure done. The only thing that finally helped, really and truly, and let me walk correctly, was an epidural. Period. But you can't get an epidural all the time because they feel it'll dissolve the bone in your spine. So, I'm on pain meds, and lately I've been taking, in addition to that, aspirin and Tylenol, extra strength. And pain can be a depressing thing, and you think, how much longer can I put up with this stuff? And why did it have to happen to me? So anyhow, the heat got to me, the pain got to me, That's why you haven't seen much of me. And I only have about 1 more minute left of filming time. So I just want to let you know, if you don't see me for a while, it might be because of the pain. And I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for clicking subscribe and for clicking like, and especially for leaving me a comment. God bless everyone. Make the world a better place because you're in it. Make yourself and someone else happy today.